think I got a good one for y'all today. Some great content that I think, But what I do believe that the content we have for you guys today in terms of just giving you a better understanding of Fashcomp as, or fitting in the competitive sports ecosystem, I think the content will validate Fashcomp fitting in within the sports or competitive sports ecosystem. So, as you see, the name of the content today is basketball stats versus Fashcomp stats. And what I did was I asked my AI assistant, his name is Ja, by the way, I said, Ja, what I need you to do is give me a detailed report of the differences between basketball stats and Fashcomp stats right away. Ja said, I'm thinking. He calls me Fashcomp Kev. He said, I'm thinking Fashcomp Kev. Give me a second. I think he took about 15 seconds. And he said, I'm ready, Fashcomp Kev. And he gave me a whole layout of the differences between basketball stats and Fashcomp stats. Now, what I'm going to do, I have it all right here for you guys. So I'm going to go over it and just see what you guys think. Because the whole goal is for all my viewers. And by the way, my name is Fashcomp Kev. You're currently tuned in to the Fashcomp show on the Fashcomp channel. Everything is Fashcomp, man, because we're branding. We're trying to get Fashcomp out there. Fashcomp is the premier digital fashion competition that allows all participants, whether you're on the operations side as a Fashcomp Pro, where you're creating, publishing, and managing the competitions, or you're on the competitive side as a Fashcomp competitor, where you're competing in the competitions, submitting content, which consists of a full body photo, where you list up the 5 items that you're wearing in the photo. The goal is to match the items that you're wearing in the photo according to the fashion brands listed on the scoring chart and the bonus products listed on the bonus products chart. The fashion brands listed on the scoring chart, the point ranges starts from category 1, which is worth 15 points. It goes up to category 10, which is worth 16 points. Category 11 is always worth 3 points. It's locked in at 3 points. And the reason why category 11, which is called lifestyle, is locked in at 3 points is because what if a participant is wearing an item that isn't produced by any other brands in categories 1 through 10? The participant has to generate a score for the item that he's listed, so by default, it'll fall under the lifestyle category, which is worth 3 points. That assures all participants competing in a Fashcomp event on the Fashcomp mobile app will generate a score for each item that they list, and they can list up to 5 items. So I just wanted to give you guys an overview, because maybe this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos. So now you'll have a feel for what a Fashcomp event consists of. It's all about fashion, it's all about photos, it's all about showcasing creative looks via photos. Things that we do naturally. They're natural activities that we put on a fashionable outfit and we take a full body photo. Not a selfie where you're just taking a picture of your face and maybe your top half. No, you're taking a full body photo. All right, so let's get to, just give you some information about the basketball stats versus Fashcomp stats. Now, the first theme or the core idea that Ja put together for me was that basketball stats measure game performance, with Fashcomp stats measure fashion performance, engagement, and business value. I completely agree with that. So, because with basketball stats, you don't really get into engagement I mean, you'll use, or professional organizations use other professional and college. They use other means to keep the fans engaged besides the actual stats that's going on in the court. Because most of the time, the fans are looking at the game. They're not reading stats in real time, unless you're just a basketball junkie where you're at the game and you're constantly reading stats. No, you're paying attention to the game. So I kind of agree with that. Next, he gave me a scenario of a basketball player's stats. And it broke it down into 4 categories. I think I would have put a 5th category on there, but these 4 categories are on point. Where it said points, rebounds, assists, steals, I would also say fouls. Those are your primary categories as a basketball player. All right, which I totally agree with that. Then he gave me the primary stats for a Fashcomp, which he broke down into outfit score, uploaded looks, bonus product matches, scoring chart brand matches, all on point. You can generate a total score for your outfit. You can upload a maximum of 5 looks. Your goal is to generate points by matching items that's listed on the bonus products chart and matching your items to the fashion brands listed on the scoring chart. That's the goal. That's how you build your stats. But also, he added some more stats, which was post views, product tag clicks, ad clicks. Every post that you submit for competition on Fashcomp, you have ad space there. This is what I like to tell anybody who I'm talking to about Fashcomp, and I'm trying to explain Fashcomp to them. Every post that a participant submit for a Fashcomp event, they should put a brand. You don't have to have any affiliation with the brand, but you want any brand that you would like to, in the future, potentially have a relationship with, start right here. Because you're collecting data. You're collecting performance numbers. You're collecting stats. And the ad clicks is part of your stats. Each post that you submit, and remember, you can upload 5 looks. 1 look per day. So, a look is included in your post. The ad space is also included in your post. You should list a different company until you have built a relationship up with a company. And once you build a relationship up with a company, that's who you're going to list on each post that you submit for a Fashcomp event. Until you build that relationship up, you want to have a different company that you list on each post that you submit. Build that data. Build your stats, your performance numbers in terms of your ad clicks. Also, new subscribers, tips, the amount of tips, that's stats. Ja put down here brand inquiries and future sponsorship opportunities. I don't consider that stats because we don't collect that information on the Fashcomp mobile app. So I wouldn't put that in there. I didn't agree with that. Now, just to give you some more info, Ja also put together the main difference between basketball stats and Fashcomp stats. For basketball stats, Ja listed, measure how good you perform during the game. Focus on points, assists, rebounds, steals, and wins. Mostly ends when the final buzzer sounds. For Fashcomp stats, it measures how valuable your performance was as a business. Focus on outfit scores, views, click, tips, subscribers, and brand interests. Can continue creating value after the post is live. So that's the differences that Ja came up with, which is my AI assistant, which I kind of agree with. I think everything was on point. And some more information that Ja listed under powerful talking points. I'm just going to give it to you because we're having a conversation and I'm trying to give you as much information in terms of Fashcomp by using this comparison. Most people understand the stats related to basketball unless you're just not a sports fan, you don't follow basketball, which is totally understandable. Everybody don't follow basketball. Some people might get Fashcomp a little faster than the sport of basketball because they might be interested in fashion, which is great. That's my goal with sharing content on the platform, on the Fashcomp platform, so that works too. But Ja, which is, once again, my AI assistant. See, I have to keep repeating myself because this might be the first time that you're seeing one of my videos, and I'm saying Ja. So I had to let you know that Ja is my AI assistant. That's my go-to. Ja said, in basketball, you score points for your team. In Fashcomp, your fashion performance can create advertising data, brand visibility, customer engagement, and revenue opportunities. When you score a lot in basketball, you can also generate customer engagement and brand visibility. Your brand is getting visible because people now know that you can put a lot of points in the basket or put the ball in the basket to generate a lot of points. So I think you can go either way with the main differences on that. But for the most part, it gave you a breakdown on the differences between basketball stats and Fashcomp stats. My goal with this was to let you guys know that Fashcomp fits in with the competitive sports ecosystem, with the rest of the sports. It's similar to a gamer, a race car driver. You're not physically jumping and running, driving a car, but we consider NASCAR a sport. We consider gaming a sport now, where you're sitting behind or sitting in front of a computer playing video games. It's big, it's global. That's where we want to get Fashcomp to. Fashcomp is all about competing via photos with competitive outfits, where you're trying to match your outfits to the brands listed on the scoring chart. For example, if category 1 was all Nike products are worth 15 points, your goal is to put an outfit together that looks fashionable, include Nike products in there. If category 1 on the bonus products chart was all Air Jordan 5 retros are worth 25 points because all bonus products, all products on the bonus products chart is worth 25 points. And if you had any Air Jordan 5s in the closet, you want to put together an outfit that's fashionable and include your Air Jordan 5s and get that 25 points because you want to generate a high score, but also you want to stay fashionable because this is how you build your viewers, by being fashionable. People scroll and they want to see fashionable looks. So if they see that you can fashionably put together a look including Air Jordan 5s and Nike products, you're going to generate a high score, plus you're going to provide inspiration for individuals out there who might be wondering, how can I style my Air Jordan 5s? That's the goal of Fashcomp. All right, this is your man Fashcomp. Kev, as always, I hope you was informed in terms of learning just a little bit more about Fashcomp. That's the goal of my videos. I hope that you join the Fashcomp community by subscribing to the channel. If you like the content that I'm talking about today, hit that like button, man. All it takes is just a little click on, as you're watching the video, the little icon, the like icon. And don't forget, once you subscribe, turn your notifications on. So every time I drop a video, you'll be notified. All right, this is your man Fashcomp Kev. As always, today's content, like I said, was about comparing basketball stats to Fashcomp stats. Fashcomp deserves its place in that competitive sports ecosystem. We're real over here at Fashcomp. All right, as always, man, make sure you enjoy your Saturday. This is your man Fashcomp, saying peace.